Alright, here's a little separate tutorial on how to actually make a rig out of something like this. So I've gone ahead and imported my OBJ that I'm going to be using. I'm going to go ahead and join it together. Then I'm going to press Tab to go into edit mode. I'm going to press 3 on the top of my keyboard. And I am going to press A twice to make sure nothing is selected. Now, if I want to animate this trigger in Mine Imator, what I'm going to do is hover over it, press L. This will select this entire block. And I'm just going to do that until I have the entire trigger selected. Then I'm going to press P and hit the top option. And now this is its own separate object. So if I press Tab again, we have the trigger and we have the base model. So now if I go into my export PLI, we have the gun currently selected. Make sure the gun is selected only. And we are going to name this as the base check selection only. This will export just the gun model itself, nothing else, because the gun is what we had selected in the viewport. Now, we do the same thing with the trigger. Once again, selection only. We will rename this to trigger and export that. Then in our converter program, we are just going to do the base Forgot to put a space. There we go. Like that. Make sure you triangulate your models before you do this. We'll need to do it to both the gun and the trigger. There we go. And then we will just replace the word base here with the word trigger. Both of these instances. There we go. Now in Mine Imator, you will grab a schematic. It doesn't matter what schematic it is. In this case, I'm just going to use a basic oak tree. So I'm going to grab this one. Copy. Paste, so that we have two of them. I'm going to rename one of them to P320 base, and the other one to P320 trigger. There we go. We are going to load the base with the texture of the P320. We are going to load the trigger, also with the texture of the P320. We're going to copy this. We're going to copy this. There we go. Put this in here. We will delete the schematic file for both of them. delete the schematic mesh cache, but first we're going to copy this. There we go. And save Mine Imator. Reopen the project. And now we have the base and the trigger. So this, I'm just going to reset to 0, 0, as well as this. Give this guy a custom rotation point so that it rotates in roughly the correct spot. Parent the trigger. And we are going to inherit the rotation point, or not. We're going to give it a custom rotation point. And we're actually going to move it roughly to the right spot here, and then give it a custom rotation point from the top. So now our trigger is actually an animatable part of the model.